Welcome to another very caffeinated moment with Maed. It is a Thursday at 3:20 p.m. in Marrakesh, and I wanted to tell you how I got into coaching because yesterday I was reflecting about how much I love it. The impact is just unmatched. I have the dopest clients ever. I work with women one-on-one, and I very stubbornly resisted having clients for a very long time. So last year was like the official start of Life Made Easy. Technically, the anniversary of Life Made Easy is September 15th. That's when my LLC became official. But the business really took off like December 2020 with my first event, Track Your Way to Success. And I would work with people behind the scenes on building their businesses and business operations, getting them cleaned up because that is my jam. I'm the most efficient to ever do it. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not the most efficient to ever do it, but I do a great job at learning someone's brain and helping them become efficient in a way that works for them. That is one of my superpowers by far. So people would ask me all the time, or rather encourage me, push me like, yo, you need to have clients. You gotta get one-on-one clients. And I kept saying, no, I don't want to. And I didn't. And I'm so happy that I kept saying no. And I didn't want to because the way that people were encouraging me to get clients, like the way that they envisioned me working with them did not resonate with me, and I had left corporate America so that I wasn't helping this mysterious figure or these people get rich or build their businesses. I wanted to build my own business. So that's the whole reason why I wasn't pushed to work with clients. Why should I go help someone work on their business? That's the whole point of working for myself. I want to build my own brand. I want to build my own business, my own impact. And so come April of, right? Was it last year? Yeah, that's crazy. Yo, time flies. April 2021, shout out to Lorenzo, one of my homies. He came to me and he was like, yo, I need you. I need a coach. I need someone to just help me, figure out what I'm going to do every day. How do I dive into my goals consistently? Like, how do I create healthy habits? How do I do this strategically? He wanted to move forward and learn a new skill, and he wanted to figure out how to do it strategically. And it was fire. It was so dope because I got to work with someone that I already knew and loved. I've known him since we were in high school. And even his partner, after maybe like 3 weeks of us working together, his partner came to me and was like, yo, I have never seen him this productive and focused, but chill at the same time in my life. So I was like, okay, all right. So maybe there's something here. Then I had my next one-on-one client. That was Adrian. Shout out to Adrian. And that was when I really started focusing and seeing how I wanted to work with women. And at this point, I was doing it on a monthly basis. So you would just work with me for 4 weeks and, we get in, we get out. And then I think I worked with Adrian for another month. Yeah. And then at the top of this year, I was like, you know what? Let me do 3 months so that I can really make sure that there's an impact here, so that I can really work with them long term to gain self-confidence, to dive into self-care, to learn how to self-prioritize, to learn how to strategically go about their goals by creating consistent daily habits, to learn how to create boundaries, speak up for themselves. There's definitely a certain type of woman that I attract. She's ambitious, she's a hustler, but she wants to do it with ease, and she just doesn't know how to get started. And she was probably a people pleaser, and she probably pours into other people before she pours into herself. And I know that because that's how I used to be. And in some ways I am still that. I love pouring into people. I mean, look what I'm talking about right now, pouring into women. I love that shit. So I definitely attract a certain type of woman. And I figured, let me do 3 months to really dive in. And the way that I structured it was the first half, the first 6 weeks, we're going to focus just on you, especially the first 4 weeks. It's just on you. Mind you, all of these women were coming to me because they wanted to create some business of their own, whether it's coaching, products, whatever, workshops. They wanted to build their own business and brand. And I would push back and say, all right, that's cool. But the first month, we're only focusing on you. And there was some pushback. When I would onboard clients, they're like, okay, but this isn't what I came here for. Let me tell you, I would say usually the change occurs between weeks 4 and 6. Their whole energy is different. Their whole vibe is different. The way they show up to calls are different. The way they speak about themselves are different. The confidence is different. The realizations are coming through. They're seeing how their childhood shaped who they are. They're seeing how they're people pleasers. They're seeing how they put other people first. They're starting to change their dreams. Most women that I coach with, they come in with one business idea, and by the time they leave, the business is entirely different, which is dope because that means that they got closer to their authentic and ideal selves, that they realized, no, this is actually what I want to do. And so I say all this to say, the whole point of me saying this is that I was very, 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 very stubborn about not wanting to work one-on-one with clients. And that was because the format, the way that it was mapped out for me, the way that it was presented to me, the way that it was proposed to me did not resonate. And I am a very stubborn Taurus by design, but if you know me, you know I am very stubborn. But at the same time, I know what's best for me. I trust my decision making. I trust my choices. I trust my talents. I trust my gut and my guidance and my ability to guide myself. And so I've always known that I know what's best for me at the end of the day. And look what came of it. What came of it was a whole different approach to working with people one-on-one, a whole different approach to building a business. And look at, it's such also a great representation of my brand that I'm saying, yes, you can build a business, but we got to prioritize you first. That is Life Made Easy. That is Megan. Like, that is my whole vibe, is to put yourself first. And so this is a reminder that maybe someone around you is pushing you to do something or pushing you to do this, and you're like, yeah, that sounds cool, I guess, but you're not really there. Sit on it, don't shut it down. Think about it. But if it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. You know what's best for you. All of the answers that you seek are internal. If you're struggling to hear the answers, it just means that what you're really asking for is clarity. You're not asking for the answers because you already have them. You just want clarity and the ability to be able to hear those answers. So focus instead on quieting the noise around you, going still, calming down, whatever you need to do that. Focus on that rather than asking everyone around you for answers, because you already have them. You know what's best for you. I know what's best for me. And so when I'm feeling stuck or I just need an answer to a question, I don't go ask a bunch of people what I need to do. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? No. If anything, I focus on, let me get off of social media. Let me slow down in the morning. Let me pray. Let me write in my gratitude journal. What am I happy for? Let me ask myself a question before I go to sleep, and I usually wake up with the answer. That's a pro tip, let me tell you. If you're stuck on something, ask yourself the question before you go to sleep, and just keep doing that every night until you get the answer. Game changer. And so yeah, to all my stubborn people out there, or maybe you're not stubborn and this is a transition for you, but you have the answers. Because now when I tell you, coaching, like the one-on-one coaching vibe that I do, it's not even a choice for me at this point. Having seen the impacts, now I've worked with maybe 10 women. Right now I have 4. I'm about to offboard one. And just seeing the impact, it's not even a choice now. Like I feel personally obligated to continue with this offer. And I wouldn't have felt that way if I had just launched some bullshit, just for the money. Like, that's just not impact over income always. And now that I see the impact of doing it this way, doing it my way, I'm in love with it. And it's probably something that I'll continue to offer for as long as I continue to work. Or maybe honestly, something I've been thinking about recently is coaching like women in college. Because I think about, wow, how different my life could have been, or my relationships, or my trajectory if I knew what I know now then, which is a part of life, right? You got to grow. But imagine if I could help, not only continue to help women, but catch them a little earlier in life. That'll be so dope. So yeah, that's something I've been thinking about. All that to say, stay stubborn, stay stubborn, stay stubborn. See you tomorrow.